Awesome. Hi Amit. Hi Vijay. Welcome to the TTOX 6.0 edition. Thank you so much for making time, and it's a pleasure to host you guys yet again at the TTOX Gaming Convention.
It's always nice speaking to you, Shraddha. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about. I want a little brief about what you guys do. What is Mohit Printers about? So if you can start with your brief introductions. What's your background in?
Okay, so I'm Amit over here. That's my brother Vijay.
Hi.
So we are primarily manufacturers for card games and board games in Mumbai, based in Mumbai. But we service pan India, and nowadays now even our games are going worldwide also. One of our games showcased over there, like for example, is Biomes of Nilgiri.
Fantastic. The one by Shelley.
Yes,
Right?
it got recognition
Yes.
at the Kickstarter platform.
Yes.
It got about 600% or 700% funding. And another game that we did from Bangalore
Birds
is
in the City.
Birds in the City. Even this is a game which was backed by the Karnataka government.
Yes.
So for these publishers, we become the manufacturers. Our specialization is to create international level card games and board games. We have got specialized machinery that can help us create that level of gaming feeling when you play that thing. So our cards, especially,
Colors, precision,
Yeah.
quantity, like what are the MOQs,
Everything.
the kinds that you go towards?
So with respect to MOQs, we always prefer if the client has something into thousands because that gives a good price point. But having said that, we do something in hundreds also if they want to do some pilot run. Our strength lies in the card games also because we have got machinery whereby cards are cut beautifully, round cornered, as well as they come automatically in a sequence.
Oh, right.
So no card
Right.
missing or double cards chances in that.
Right.
Plus,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
So plus we have also excelled over a period of time. We have evolved into the board gaming segment where people require other elements than cards like tokens, the main player board, the score sheets, etc.
Okay, okay. Vijay, can you give me a little introduction about what's your professional background besides managing
Right.
Mohit Printers? What's your technical background?
So
in?
technically, I have done engineering in electronics,
Okay.
followed by an MBA in finance.
Uh-huh.
I was working in corporates for good 5 years, but since we have a family business, and we were venturing into different areas now. We staying under the same umbrella. Like we started 45 years back with
Right.
playing cards. So now natural progression was card games and board games, and you in your own business you have the liberty to try different things.
Absolutely.
That's why I gave up the corporate life and came here. And over here, it's been a wonderful journey.
Guys, this is a fun fact to let you guys know. GT playing cards. Just look it up online. So Mohit Printers is the GT playing cards. So when it comes, 1981 is when they started off with that. And I grew up in Punjab where all I saw was playing cards, which is the GT playing cards, the plastic playing cards that you often see. So the diversification into board games. When did that happen? And I know that you've worked for Mumbai Indians also.
Yes.
The foil printed cards and rounded corners and beautifully seen, which I personally had seen last time. What got you to that point where experimenting with newer materials or matching it to the international standard? Like, how did you guys go about it? And what has been the exposure when you travel internationally and you see and what capabilities that we have in India? How are you matching it?
So what happened is during Corona, there was a lot of demand for card games
Okay.
and board games because it was the only thing that brought engagement among the families. We saw the best of our production time and the sales during Corona because people were sitting at home and people wanted quality time.
Right.
The earlier notion of people playing games or card games what got completely vanished, which had some kind of negative emotions. Now even any age group from a child to anybody who's 80 years old,
Yeah.
they realize that this is for game, this is for fun, this is for engagement, and much better than using an IT product where probably the ice game may get hampered or something or may happen.
Hmm.
And this is the family bonding tool. So
Yeah.
that's how we realized that this is one segment. We created our own vision. We thought, let's have, rather than having some carbon prints, this is our strength, our infrastructure is there. Let's focus on something very niche, something very beautiful for this next generation to come, where they get engaged in that, they love it, they play it with their families. And that's how that little thing grew, that vision grew, and we started focusing. Then there was nothing that stopped us. We got inquiries from pan India, because we were very niche in this, and today also we are very niche in this. Any kind of inquiries that we get, out of the 10 inquiries, we're able to convert at least 7 inquiries. That's our strength, which I think is very positive, because we've got that infrastructure also.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I think I want to also understand, what does each of you do as representatives in your own companies? What do you handle, Vijay, and what do you handle, Amit?
So I take care of the production, and so getting the job to the company is handled by him.
Okay.
Once, say like the pre-press work is his,
Okay.
and once the job gets into the press, that is when my job
Okay.
starts. From there too, you can say more or less
So
till
quality
dispatch.
assurance is
Probably, yeah, you
totally
can say
yours,
yes.
and the precursor to it is when you get to pre-press, having the files in the perfect format, or giving 1 or 2 sample copies, or dealing with the client themselves directly.
Yes, he handles it very beautifully. He's my backbone.
Right.
Because if I just give quotations, or if I do the samples and if the execution does not happen properly, then everything is a mess.
Yeah.
So he does the execution part of it, and that's the reason we go hand in hand. And as a team, we come out with beautiful products that
Super.
are appreciated internationally also.
Yes. I want to know from you guys, like these 2 titles that you have, the end-to-end manufacturing to execution, what is the minimum MOQs that you already mentioned? If it is in thousands, it's great. But in India, the market is still upcoming.
Right.
Students make churn out games in our classrooms in 2 weeks. Every one of them wants, "Kya re, chalo, let's get it into production."
Yes.
What is the minimum one can say which is viable? I'm talking from an Indian perspective, where a lot of tier 1, tier 2 cities, now we have so many design schools. Each and every design school that I've gone to teach at, they ask me the next step. Ki, Shraddha, now they've designed games, how do we
Right.
produce them? That is where I also want on the fingertips, ki, like, guys, just go to Mohit Printers or just go to XYZ, because that's the first step for getting at least a sample copy of, say, 150 games, 200 games, so that you can distribute it also to get a clear feedback. So what is the process like? Like, emails work best, sending you a rough prototype works best, optimization is something. Can you talk something about optimization?
So what I would suggest is, when anyone is about to launch a game in the market, obviously they will do their own research. The first thing that they come is with a set of specifications or elements that are there in the game. And the other thing that always anybody studies is the price factor. So if the price factor is critical, that means there's something related with quantity also. Otherwise, the price will not come closer to what is available in the competitive market. So we kind of given the estimate with respect to something that goes into mass production should go ideally for a pilot run, should minimum be around 300 pieces.
Okay.
And whenever we give any kind of quotes, is always 3 levels of quotes. So you have 300, 500 and 1000.
Okay.
So that they can take into consideration their risk appetite. And obviously the 1001 or plus ones will have a better quote. Then it's
Right.
up to them whether they're doing self-funding or they have an investor, and then they take the cost, structure accordingly, because ultimately they have to price it in the market. So if they do very less quantities like 50 or even low than that, they will not be able to sustain the MRP
But
prices.
still, if it's a qualitative thing that they want, they're ready to spend money, is that something that you take upon yourselves? Ki, okay, even if it's 50 copies, we'll do it, but this comes at a huge cost.
Yeah.
But quality is assured.
Yes. So the
Right.
quality is used same what will be used for 1000 copies.
Great.
But most of the time when we have given such kind of inquiries when we attended, we have seen people tend towards going towards 500 copies
Right.
at least as bare
Yeah.
minimum, because then viability becomes easy.
So, guys, like, I think it's also a good point to keep in check. We are talking about a country with one of the second highest populations, maybe the highest now. So when you're taking a risk of just producing 500 copies also, it's economically most suitable from both perspectives, from like a publisher's point of view and also the manufacturing point of view. And if I have to understand a pack of 54 cards,
Right.
which is customized on the backs of it or the fronts of it, what is the average cost of a deck of 54 cards?
1,000 pieces for about 54 cards would be somewhere around approximately ranged between 50 to 60 rupees per
Okay,
deck,
per deck.
depending upon what quality you're choosing.
Quality and the quantity also.
Yes. So that's the base price to start.
It starts at 60, can go up to 100, 110, I don't know, with foil printing, with what kind of box packaging do you want for it, what kind of casing, outer shells, inner shells. So there are a lot of technical terms. So I think what is the website that if one has to see the samples, or do you also have sample packs that people can order to check the quality of the cards, etc.?
Our website is www.mohitprinters.com,
Okay.
but it's always better to visit us in person at our office in Lower Parel, because you get hands-on feel experience of everything, because we have a small display in our office.
Right.
Where the whole kind of gamut of
Array
games
of,
that
yeah.
are produced, we almost produce like 2-3 new games every month. So that's the kind of level of work that we are doing. So you can see a lot of different packaging styles, the card games, the board games.
Yes.
So box packaging is also, we focus a lot so that aesthetically it looks very beautiful, and the wow factor comes when they actually open the box and love it.
What are the Indian game designers that you guys have worked with? Shelly Sinha with Biomes of Nilgiris is one. Birds in the City is another one.
Siddhant,
Zenwood Games.
Zenwood Games.
Kyo
Okay.
Games, we worked with them.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And,
What games from Kyo Games have you guys?
We've done Samachar and Boitas.
Oh,
Yeah.
one I love Boitas as a game. Fantastic. Good job on the tokens and everything. The double-sided
Thank you.
Thank you.
tokens. Yes.
We have evolved on that. We have learned a lot.
Yeah.
We have burnt our fingers and then made it better.
But you understand paper, you understand
Yes.
the product, you understand the quality that needs to be delivered, and also full color CMYK printing and the whole offset.
We focus on the detailing of every element minutely, because we know that if the details are done well, it will help the publisher to do a markup price on that.
Right.
Otherwise, it's difficult.
Qualitative.
Yeah, it's difficult for them to have a markup price. Ultimately, we want them to come back to us and grow the community together.
What is the goal for Mohit Printers? This is my last question to both of you. What is the goal for Mohit Printers in the next 5 years, if I have to ask you? Especially with board games industry as a focus, what's your target like? What do we feel where we are?
This industry is evolving, honestly. It has started with smaller numbers, but we have seen repeat orders coming, and the numbers are growing. There are people who are building trust in the industry, and they're investing. Our goal is very simple, very simple. It's we have to be number one, the first choice when anybody thinks of making or producing a card game or a board game. We have to be number one. That's it. That's our goal. So
Absolutely amazing.
if anybody wants it, we just want people to refer from word of mouth that ये बंदा अच्छा है, ये बंदे अच्छे हैं, इनके पास जाओ, आपका काम हो जाएगा. That's it. Nothing more than that. What else you want in this world?
And-
Vijay, when go ahead.
I think when he says number one, it's not just in India, but I would say not, but by quality, it shouldn't be that you want a game like say Catan or any like game that is
Any
published
international
on
title, yeah.
that we need to match or be better than them in terms of quality. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think with the whole new tariff scene which has been imposed on the West and Far East, people are looking towards India for their manufacturing needs as well. So whether you are watching this video from India or from anywhere else in different part of the globe, India is very ready to produce world quality games made in India, made for the world kind of approach. And again, like we said, Mohit Printers are based out of Lower Parel in Mumbai and Metro City. It's easy to get around, and these guys are a phone call away and an email away. If you're already ready with your project, it's always good to bounce it off with the manufacturing team to see if there are any scope of optimization. So I'm talking as an academician as well right now. When you think a game is being produced in multiples of 54 cards, it's the most viable thing to do. But if you think your game is only 16 cards or it's 27 cards, it's happening, we can take this on another talk. But I think coming from the manufacturing perspective also, optimization based on the type of papers that you choose, the type of printing quality, the kind of box packaging that you need to keep in mind. Is there any extra components that you want, like wooden components or dies? Because these guys are going A to Z around the board game system ecosystem. So it's a two-way street. As much as you guys learn, we are also on the other side learning alongside. So with that, thank you so much, Vijay. Thank you so much, Amit, for
Thank you very
joining
much.
us. It's always a pleasure to know like what all we are capable of. And thank you for partnering and
Thank you very
supporting
much.
TTOX.
Thank you.
Pleasure being here.
Thank you very much.
All right. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you. Thank you so
Bye.
much, guys.